Good afternoon, everyone. It's 12 o'clock right now, and I'm here to give you an update on our oil palm storage business that I've been talking about since January. So if you've not checked out the first video I did on January 6th concerning palm oil business, you need to go and check it out. Okay, so you will know what we are talking about. And for those that are not aware, you can go to my YouTube channel and search for oil palm storage business. How you can start oil palm storage. You see, like, you have an idea on everything I'm talking about currently. Okay, so let me quickly turn off this sound so it doesn't like affect okay. So if you're joining me and if I'm audible enough, today I'm using my microphone. So if I'm audible enough, let me know. If you're having network issues, let me know. Okay. So if you're joining me, let me know. Just comment hi or you say loud and clear in the comment section. Then we proceed. Okay. There will be a replay on the YouTube channel. So that's why I'm shooting this way. There will be a replay on the YouTube channel for those that are not able to join us live right now. So here is the update on our palm oil storage business. If you remember in January when it was people were like going all over the media, you guys should start storing palm oil. Palm oil is cheap now. This and this and this and this and that. Lots of people were interested. So I had to make like my research on it because I noticed that palm fruits were starting to come out. And for palm fruit to start coming out, that means the price of palm oil will drop. Do you understand? Like I said, that last year I stored and I made my profits actually. But it might not be the same this year. The price range might not be the same this year. And that was why I asked people to first hold on. Even though I was getting like calls from different angles, Juliet, the 10,000 you asked us to keep is ready. Take, collect my money. No, I have to ask people to hold on because this thing it involves calculation. You don't just jump into it. You understand? Everything has to do with timing. Do you understand? So that's why I asked you people to hold your phone. So today I'm bringing you an update on what palm oil price looks like currently. So I was at the farm yesterday doing some of my stuffs, land preparation and the rest. And I went to this place that they produce palm oil. I told you guys I'll be sourcing directly from people that are producing. I won't go to resellers. I'll be getting from where they are producing it so that I'll be sure of what I'm getting. So I went there and on getting there, I met loads of palm fruits on ground. So I had to ask, okay, what's the current price for palm oil? Because as of January, a 25-liter gallon of palm oil was going for, I think, 25,000 naira or 20,000 naira. So in my own location, it was going for 20,000 naira. So I asked them, what's the price range now? Because I have people that wants to go into storage. What's the price range? And they said, currently it's 15,000 naira. Now, imagine we got it in January at 25,000 naira. And we say we want to store till May and June, or maybe you want to store and sell off in May. You see that we will sell at loss because if you are getting your palm oil 25 liters in January for 25,000 naira, which I'm sure that by May this same palm oil will drop to 7,000 naira. And I said, okay, let's start from January to May, and it gets to me and we are selling it for 7,000 naira. That means we've lost 13K. Do you understand the calculation in this thing? And that's why I was like saying it that we shouldn't buy it then. Most people reach out to me that they wanted to get actually, and we got for them. Even though I had to like hammer that this thing price will still drop. Don't be carried away with what's trending on social media. This is my field. I'm the one telling you this. But some people like, let's do it. Let's do it. And I got for them and they sold. So you people that are my people that wants to go into the storage, this is the update right now. A gallon is currently selling for 15,000 naira. Prior to the 25,000 naira it was selling for in January. But it will still drop to between 10K to 7K by April, May. So that 10,000 naira I ask you guys to keep. That I ask you guys to keep the 10,000 naira till May. Still keep that 10,000 naira. So no matter the amount is selling for, it will be selling between that 10,000 naira to 7,000 naira to 10,000 naira. So any amount is selling for at that May, we will buy and sell off by November. Do you understand? But if you still want to get now, no problem. I can help you to get and send down to you. But people that are interested in storage that I've been talking about, please still keep your 10K. I don't want to hear story. Keep that 10K that asks you to save. Okay. Then by November, it will be selling for, let's say, between 15 to 20,000 naira. I'm not doing like high profits. I'm going with the lowest that it will go for. So by November, it will go for maybe 15,000 naira to 20,000 naira. And you're making 5,000 naira profits on each gallon. I think that's a fair deal. Between like June, July, August, September, October, November, 6 months, and you're making 5,000 naira on each gallon. Let's say you're storing up to 100 gallons. You don't calculate it, sure you get. So I think that's a very fair deal for us, people that are listening to me. Okay, so that's the update on palm oil business. Please still hold on. Also, for people that want to go and get palm oil outside, you want to buy yourself, you want to store yourself, no problem. But once you are getting your palm oil, make sure the palm oil is not smelling. That's one thing to note. See, once it comes to oil palm storage or storage of palm oil, it's not about you getting it cheap. Are you getting me? It's beyond you getting it cheap. And I mentioned it in my video on YouTube. I said storage is where the issue is when it comes to all this storing of grains and the rest. And when it comes to palm oil, aside you looking for plank, placing the 25-liter gallon on a plank, if you get bad oil, you will lose your money. You will lose your money. So don't say because Julia said let's go into oil storage and maybe the price I'm giving you are not comfortable with it. You now went to get it outside. What I'm trying to tell you is that not all palm oil that you can store. Most of the people that are producing palm oil, what they will just do is they will cook it in a way that let's quickly sell it off. And they will sell it to people that will quickly sell it to final consumers like us. Most of them don't cook it like done. There's a way you will cook palm oil for storage. And not everybody cooks palm oil like that. And that's why I'm like taking my time to go to factories, mills where they are cooking it so that we see it. Okay? So that's it. But if you still want to get, make sure the palm oil is not smelling. It's very important because if you get palm oil that is smelling, if you store it for a month or two, it will get spoiled. Make sure it's not colored palm oil. Yes, so they used to add color in palm oil. If you don't know today, know now. Some people used to add coloring. That's why you will touch palm oil, you rub it on your palm. You look as if you did one kind of coloring. So some people add color. So make sure you are going for pure palm oil. For those that want to store, that don't want to wait for us to make. For those that are in a hurry to store, make sure that it's original palm oil, please, so you don't waste your fund. Like I said, this year is our year of money. It's our money-making year. And we all make the money in agribusiness. All this our teaching that we've been doing. This is the year we are to earn our money. Okay. So if you are interested with me, I'm going to carry everyone along. Like I said, I'll be doing my videos on my YouTube channel. Make sure that's where you are sleeping and waking, my YouTube channel. And I'll be doing some live videos too once in a while, once I'm free on the group, just like this. Okay. So before I move to my other topic for today, ask your questions on palm oil business. Any question you have, maybe you're having doubts or you don't know what we've been talking about, ask your questions. Now I'll be taking questions for 5 minutes. After then, I'm going to move to the next thing I have here because I want to say 2 things today, and that's why I'm coming for the live video. So if you have any question on palm oil storage business that I've been talking about, or you just have anything to ask, please kindly ask right now. Okay? I'll pick all the questions and we'll proceed. All right. As we are waiting for questions, let me talk about plantain business. I dropped a video right now, just before coming online on my YouTube concerning plantain business. Not everyone wants to go into oil palm business. So some people reached out to me that they want to go into plantain business. How do they start trading plantain? And what's the minimum money for trading plantain? Okay, now this is another slot that is opened. I'm going to make a post on it very soon. I've not really had the time. I would have made a post on it. But let me quickly tap it in this video. Plantain business, you need a minimum of 20,000 naira to start plantain business for people that want to start small. Please, before you start that plantain business, make sure you watch the video that just dropped on my YouTube channel. It's very important because I stated how you can go about it, and since you You are to note before starting. Okay, so you need a minimum of 20,000 naira to start. For those that don't know how to source or where to start from, don't worry. I'm into plantain farming. I am going to link you to the local market, or I'm going to like collaborate with other farmers to supply. Okay, so if you don't want to move about, you want me to supply you the plantains, no problem. I'm going to supply you. But you need a minimum of 20,000 naira to start your plantain business. All right. Make sure you watch the video. I'm saying it because I cannot say everything I said in that video. Yep, that's a very detailed video on plantain business. Okay, so that's the next thing I want to talk about. Now, I'm still waiting for questions. But before the questions come in, let me talk about farming. I want to dive into farming right now. We are done with oil palm business. I'm waiting for your questions. I've talked about plantain business. If you have any question regarding that too, ask me here. Now I want to talk about farming. If you notice that during the rain this year, the weather this year is somehow, which I said last year. Our weather last year wasn't favorable because from July to December last year, we didn't have rain. And we that planted late maize, dry season maize, most of the maize died. Now, this is not because there's no irrigation or dry. Weather affects crops. Now, this is where I'm going to. It's not compulsory you have large acres of land before you can start farming. That's one point. It is not compulsory. You don't need to see. The larger acre you have, the larger funds you need. If you have 1 acre, it's one plot is easy to manage than 1 acre. If you have 1 acre, you will need funds to manage 1 acre. If you have 2 acres, you will need funds, more funds. So you people should not think that because someone says I have 100 hectares of land, the person is making money. No, it's not how large your farmland is that your profit is. Large farmland does not determine huge profit. Do you understand me? So that brings me to what I want to say. Now, this is dry season. The rain is not coming. Me, I've not had rain for years since this year. Other parts it has rained in other parts. But yeah, no rain this year. I've not seen rain at all this year. Now, if you have small space at your backyard, you have little space at your backyard. For people that are at home that maybe are not cultivating, maybe due to herdsmen, wahala and the rest, go and get vegetable seed. Any vegetable that you see that, okay, is selling more in your area, please go and get vegetable seed. It might be green, it might be shoko, it might be ugu, any vegetable seed at all. If you have like huge space as well, you can go for pepper seed and start farming as your backyard. You see that your small backyard that you're overlooking, that you don't want to farm, that you're waiting for 5 acres of land before you start farming. You see that backyard can generate you money weekly if you go into vegetable farming. And it will generate you money because you are at home. Once you wake up in the morning, you go there, water it. Once you come back in the night, you go there, water it. Then it starts germinating. Within 6 weeks or 8 weeks, you start harvesting. So please don't start waiting before you have huge acres of land. This is the right time to start cultivating vegetable. Most people wait till rainy season. Vegetable is not profitable during rainy season. You remember that I shared my experience when I started that I went to cultivate vegetable during rainy season. Most of you read that story. I sold huge bundle of ewedu for 10 naira. That's how it is. So this is the right time if you want to cash out. Make sure everything is planned. Okay. So let me quickly take questions on palm oil business before we move. As a producer, what do you recommend regarding price variation? See, as a producer, how will I say it? When something is surplus, let me start with that. When something is surplus, the price drops automatically. There is no two ways about it. When a commodity is surplus, when it's too much in the market, the price drops. And that's what's happening with palm oil. Palm oil was expensive last year because we didn't have enough rainfall to make the fruits come out very well. Most of the palm trees that fruits last year most of them didn't produce good oil. Now, the ones that are producing now are the ones that maybe dew and rain has fallen on, and that's why it's producing. All of them start producing in December. You know, if all palm trees start producing at the same time in December, people will start processing palm oil. And once they start processing palm oil, we have surplus in the market and the price will drop. Now, the price drops that much in April, May because it's surplus. And the price increased in November because most people that have palm fruit are not producing anymore. So the one you got and you store is the one you bring out and sell in November. So it's normal. It's normal. It happens. And that's why I said you should think storage. Anything you are processing this year, or anything you are farming this year, think long term. Don't say because my friend is cultivating cucumber, let me too cultivate cucumber. No, I don't want that mindset this year. If you want to plant something, think about the profit aspect. Like I do say in this group, we are in for the profit. We are farmers, and farmers should make profits. Do you understand me? So anything you are cultivating this year, make sure it's something that you can convert. If you get to the market and the price is not favoring you, Pico, go and convert it into something else. And that is why you see me. I always stick to plantain, pepper. These two things are what I know that come rain, come sunshine, you cannot do shakara for me. Because if you do over shakara, I'll go and convert my plantain into plantain flour, plantain flakes, sell it off to people that are producing plantain chips. Same with pepper. The species of pepper you plant should be the ones that you can convert to dried pepper and store. When it's out of the market, you sell. Do you understand? I don't want people to be, we've gone beyond the age of let me cultivate and sell off. No, we are no longer doing short-term farming. What did they call it? We are now doing commercial farming. And the commercial farming does not, your acre of land or your farmland cannot determine your commercial farming. It's your mindset. If you want to make money from something, you should work towards making money from it. You should come up with ideas on how you can make money from it. Okay? So that's what we are in for this year. Money. If you have not seen my video on the crops I will advise you to go into on our farm setup series, please go and check it out. I recommended 5 crops that you can go into and make profit from this year. And you are making profit from it is not you planting and selling off immediately. I'm having network issues, sorry, but I'll reply everyone once I'm done. Okay, so what's the next question? What's the link to your YouTube channel? My link is everywhere, my brother. It's everywhere. Please, between local palm oil and agric palm oil, which one is good for storage? We have a visitor here that wants to show face. Say hi. Oyago. Between local palm oil and agric palm oil, which one is good for storage? All of them are good for storage. What matters is how you cook them. Some people just do wuru-wuru to the answer cooking. But why most people don't like processed local palm oil is because the oil is always small. The oil that they can extract from local seed is always small. But the agric one gives us more oil. The two of them are good for storage anyway. So, is it so easy to sell or market palm oil? Yes, it is. It is easy to sell and market palm oil. Why it's always difficult for people to sell off their farm produce is because some people are shy. I don't know why you want to make money, you are shy. Some people don't want to leave the comfort of their home before to sell something. Someone planted potato. The person is in, I think, Imo. And the person reached out to me. Juliet, can you help me sell my potato? I said, okay, where are you? I'm in Imo State. Me, I'm in Ibadan. How do I help you sell? Have you taken it to your local market? She said no. That she just planted and she harvested and stuff. I said no. You have to take this thing to your local market. There are people there that are ready to buy. She said, she's shy. You are shy to sell what you produce. I don't understand. So yes, it's that easy. The way I say it is the way it is. Once you store, for those that will store, once you store, November, I will tell you when to start selling. Take it to your local market. You see that woman that is selling palm oil in the market, she has people that she sources from. You will take it to her. You will tell her, madam, I have palm oil to sell. How much are you buying gallon now? She will say, how much are you selling? I'm selling my gallon for 15,000. But you always make sure you make her see her price first, because if you go and say your price might be lower. So it's her price that will determine the market price. So what you first do is you go, before you take any of your commodity to the market, you go to the market. That thing you want to sell, you go and ask them, how much is this thing being sold for today? A gallon of palm oil is sold for 30,000 naira. 30,000 naira. Madam, me, I have to sell. How much do you now want to sell your own for us? You know we are reselling. That's what they will tell you. You now tell them, since it's selling for 30,000 naira now, madam, me, I can do 25,000 naira. And I've saved you transportation costs and rest. She might think and think. I cannot do 25. Let me do 20. Madam, no. Okay, let me do 24. You've sold your market. So it is that easy. It's communication. You need to communicate and relate with each other very well. That's the most important thing. Okay, it is very, very easy. I'm using palm oil. It's very easy to sell any commodity. It's very, very easy. Okay, just that you have to meet at the point where you are comfortable, price where you are comfortable. You don't want to lose at the same time. So you meet at the middle. Okay. So let me take other question. What if after storing the oil, the price of, okay, I think she's saying, what if after storing the price of the oil does not rise? I said this thing when we were starting. Everything deals with timing. There is no how the price of oil will not rise. In the history, now we are working with, from 2017, it has been like that. If it doesn't rise, it will not fall below the price you've bought. Let me start like that. If the price does not rise, it will not fall below that price that you bought. Do you understand? So if you are getting palm oil for 7,000 naira in May, and in November, it will still be 7,000 naira. It cannot drop more than 7,000 naira. But it's not possible anyway. It's not possible. It has never happened. If you are buying for 7,000 naira, you will definitely sell it between 10 to 15,000 naira. Yes. But when it is possible is when you go and rush and buy in January or February that they are saying palm oil is now cheap, buy, and you are buying at 15,000 naira. The price will drop to 7,000 naira. And when it's rising, you might want to store till November. It will now rise to that 15,000 naira that you bought it in February. Are you getting the calculation? So it's very important you get when it's at lowest. So know how, know how, you are not at loss. Okay? That's one thing about storage business. No matter how the price go reach, it will not like fall below the price you bought it. Do you understand? So that's it. If I want to go into cassava farming business, how can I market or sell them? Because some women are very harsh when you are talking to them. You will have to find a ground with them. They are the one buying from you. But once it comes to cassava farming, I don't used to advise people to sell off tubers. Except like now, a ton of cassava is selling for 200,000 naira. As of yesterday, so I'm not going to say as of today. As of yesterday that I went to the farm, there's this farm close to me. They were harvesting their cassava. A ton, that pickup van was going for 200,000 naira, which is very good to sell if you want to sell. But once it comes to cassava, you can make use of all the value chain in cassava. When I was still into cassava farming full time, I was producing gari, I was producing starch, I was producing fufu, I was producing tapioca. The peel, I was selling it to people that are into animal farming to feed their goat and their ram. So if you are going into cassava full time, first leave market. Think of the value chain. Do you understand me? I preach packaging, but when I was producing my own, I had a woman then that used to come all the way from Port Harcourt. She will come, she will buy bags of gari. So we'll fry the gari and wait for her. She can buy up to 50 bags, big bags of gari. We had people that were into animal farming that we sell the peels to. So these are the areas you should focus on. Focus on the value chain. Don't just focus on let me produce and sell. No, that's not the mindset this year. Focus on the value chain, please. Okay. I'm waiting for questions. Oh, I have a local palm plantation. Start making the money. Okay. Please, I want to know what normally makes some oil storage to congeal. It's not properly cooked, one, or maybe you stored it directly on the ground. My network. When you got your palm oil, you placed it on the floor directly. No. Or maybe you've placed it on the plank. You now made it to touch the wall. So it can be those two things. One, either the palm oil you got was not good. It's the palm oil that has to sleep and wake up. Or two, you stored it on the bare floor. You didn't put plank, like I said. If you did that, or maybe you allowed the gallon to be touching the wall. So these are the things that can make your oil to congeal. Yes, customers will definitely reject it. Definitely. Okay. This one said, no spoil producers market. I'm just telling everyone the facts here. So this is not spoiling anyone's business. It's stating the fact for, at the same time, I don't want people to lose funds. We are in for the profit. Producers too should be truthful. So no one is spoiling anyone's market here. So that's it. I'm done with my live video. If you have any question, let me know in the comment section right now before I end this live video. Hello? I hope you enjoyed this section. How was it? So yeah, rate it in the comment section. Let me see myself. Maybe I'm a good teacher or I'm a bad teacher. For those interested in plantain business, please go and check the video that just dropped on the YouTube channel. If you have any question, leave the question in the comment section of that video so that I can process all the questions and answer them at once. Okay? For those interested in plantain business, go there and watch. So very soon I'll be talking about maize and pepper. If you've not watched maize storage business, go and check it out there. And I'll be doing maize because I want to offtake maize. I want to offtake maize from farmers this year. Most farmers are having issues with marketing, selling off their produce. So I'm planning on offtaking dried maize, not fresh maize. Dried maize this year. So if you have dried maize, if you are planning to go into dry maize farming this year and you don't have market or off-takers, don't worry, just reach out to me. Okay, reach out to me. I'm planning to offtake as many dry maize from farmers in this community, in this group. I want to offtake. I don't want people to be having issues of marketing, and I'm really working towards having a stable market for us in this community. So any crop you have going into, just let me know so that I will start working on providing markets for everyone. Currently, I have markets for cucumber. So if you like produce cucumber all year round, the issue there is you need to tell me the seed you are planting so that I will know my off-takers to contact. We know we have different seed and not all off-takers get the same seed. So let me know so that I will tell you the seed you can plant and I can offtake. So that I can offtake, okay? Same with pepper. I've spoken with my 12 market coordinator this year concerning offtaking of pepper. And I'm trying to making the price very conducive for everybody. Not that we'll harvest and we'll not be making profit. So these are the things I'm really working on. And that's why FANN market app is there. Please, if you're a member of FANN community, go and